I had a great childhood. I started realizing that stuff became a bit boring.
How did it affect you?
I became kind of like this person that took a lot of attention in class. I like to say class clown. I started looking for validation in money. I got into sales. We were dreaming about the cars we were gonna drive and the lifestyle we were gonna have. And I became a very wealthy little shit student. I should have been paid more attention to because I did a lot of stuff that was not good for a teenager. And that's when I realized that, holy shit, I'm gonna die young if I don't change. Spent a lot of time just hating life because it sucked.
You even get an offer to be able to exit the company that you've built up. What sacrifices did you have to make in your life?
Everything.
First of all, really nice to have you here and to be able to have a conversation, to hear more about your story, your background, to all your success that you've been having. But before going any further, I'd like to go all the way back to where it all started. Can you tell us a little bit about your childhood and where everything started for you?
That's a broad question, but I like it.
Yeah.
So during my childhood, I was very fortunate because I had a great childhood.
Yeah.
I had I would say that I had a 10 out of 10 childhood. I was growing up in a very tiny neighborhood, surrounded with a lot of young families like myself. I'm in the middle of two like a brother and a sister.
Yeah.
And during this time, our best friends were our neighbors, and we were spending a lot of time just having a good time with them. And I was not really entrepreneurial, to be honest. Had a very normal kind of childhood, going to school, doing okay at school. And the thing was, after a while, I started realizing that stuff became a bit boring. Like normal stuff at school became a little boring. And that's when I started like realizing that I wanted to do other stuff on the side. So, I don't really know where I'm going with this, but
so how if we go back to your early childhood, you said that you had a quite stable home with your family. And did you do any activities at that point, or how were you as a child?
Yeah, I did some activities, and I was doing football, and I was the shittiest football player on the team. I sucked, and it led me to becoming the keeper.
Yeah.
Because I could barely kick the ball, so I did not have a talent in soccer whatsoever. But I loved it. I loved being on the field, and just I did some pretty good keeper work eventually.
Yeah.
But it stopped when I was 13-ish, when I really got passion for something else, which was skiing.
Yeah.
So I was doing twin tip, and that became my life for a lot of years, like 3-4 years.
Okay.
I was just like, I was counting the days until the snow was hitting in Norway, and just basically spending all my time doing twin tip and watching all the YouTube videos of the crazy good guys.
Yeah.
And just dreaming to become one of those people. And I was also spending a lot of time during the summer on the trampoline, just practicing tricks for the upcoming winters.
Yeah.
And back to your earlier question, like where my entrepreneurial stuff came from, I think, like if I really think about it, I think it was at that point when I really got this passion for twin tip, because me and my friends, we always went to the slopes and we were filming.
Yeah.
We picked up the camera, and it was like contests that like filming contests that we could apply to. And we made this small group of friends where we basically made all these edits and sent them in and tried to win different prizes. Okay. So we had different kind of like we had the production companies, let's say, very amateur. But we were like 13, 14 at that point, maybe a bit older also. Trying to learn how to film, edit, and as well do some tricks. And eventually that also, I was mediocre. I was not like super good, but I think that like it was a fire inside of me that told me that was a lot of fun. Making and creating content and then just share it spiked something in me. But during this time, my parents divorced and kind of kicked me into different areas of life where it was pretty like you know about it because you've gone through it yourself. But during that time, I got super lost. I got super confused, and I started to go down the rabbit hole of playing Call of Duty, gaming a lot of my life away, basically. And I did that for like I basically switched out the skis for the gaming, and I did that for 2 or 3 years. Started skipping school, to be honest, and
what age were we around here when this happened?
So I would say I was around 15, 16.
Okay. And would you said that if you go back to the skiing, your experience doing that, you mentioned the creative part of it, creating content and sending it, whatever the process looked like, you said it sparked something within you. Would you say that that was the first kind of childhood dream that you started building within yourself, being like the people that you saw were doing?
For sure.
In skiing?
Yeah.
How was it, I mean, building that momentum up with having something super fun, being in the flow state as a young kid and it being disrupted by a parental divorce? How would you describe that you dealt with it? Or how did it affect you at first?
It's funny because I didn't think it was affecting me really at the time. But my behavior, when looking back, was I became kind of like this person that took a lot of attention in class. And I think that was because at that point when my family got split up and it was just crazy, at that time I became kind of like this, I like to say, class clown, where I was just, I was making jokes at everything the teacher said and trying to get attention from everyone and everything. Became very annoying. So
And how did people, when you became this person, and maybe not everybody, maybe not the teacher didn't know what was going on at home, how did other people react or treat you, or how was the environment kind of reacting to your change of behavior at that age?
You know, the thing about that age is that no one really pays attention to stuff like that. From at least the people that is in my age. You know, we all just fuss around, we play, and we don't think about these things. And I didn't even think about it. I had no idea what was really going on. So I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if anyone noticed. And the teachers and stuff, they didn't spend enough time to really ask. So I was alone with this thing. And later down the line, when I became 16, 17, that's when I started to really see the results of this kind of divorce.
In what way would you say that you started noticing was it reflecting about how it had affected you, or was there certain things that came up at that age?
So in the beginning, I started looking for validation in money. So I started becoming obsessed in getting a lot of money. And that's when I started doing sales. I got into sales and I really started getting a lot of different jobs in sales. I started doing phone sales. I started doing field sales, was selling plates. What is it called? Plates.
CDs?
No. Like actually what you eat on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like plates for the food in the
Plates
kitchen.
for the food, yes.
Over the phone?
I was selling that stuff over the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, crazy. I know, it was super random. So people at school, this was first of videregående.
Okay, of high school,
First
grade.
year of high school, where some of my friends had heard about this opportunity. We were 16 at the time, so we were not old enough to get a real job.
Yeah.
But this place, it was a call center.
Yeah.
And this place was basically hiring under year kind of people.
Underage people. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think maybe I was 15.
Okay.
And I was like, I want to make money. I had just watched the Wolf of Wall Street movie on TV, and I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to get
like him.
Yes. So at that time, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna become the best one.
Yeah.
That was the mission.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make money. I didn't have any other plan, to be honest. And I started just hustle. So after school, I went there and I pushed. And some days I even got like 15 sales in a day. And I was trying to just, sometimes I even tried to scam on the phone because I needed those sales so I could win the contests and all of that stuff. And I became a very wealthy little shit student, to be honest. I was spending more time there than I was spending at school.
Yeah.
And I bought 2 motorcycles.
Yeah.
And I was just driving around at school. I had no license, and I was just I was a real shit kid.
And at this point, your parents' focus, were they at you, or were their focus at fighting in between them or figuring out their situation? Who was looking out for you at this point?
Yeah, so I was alone at that time, pretty much with myself. I should have been paid more attention to, because I did a lot of stuff that was not good for a teenager, and I was low-key searching for attention without knowing it. So I was drinking a lot. I was smoking a lot with friends during the nighttime, and usually ditched school.
Yeah.
But on the other side, I also had a lot of friends that was doing good in school.
Yeah.
So I had kind of these 2 different lives. I had one group of friends that I spent time with during the nighttime, and one group of friends that was at school.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how I lived my life up until the end of the first year of high school. And that's when I realized that, holy shit, I'm gonna die young if I don't change stuff, because I was having people on the backside of my motorcycle. We had no helmets. We were driving super fast, probably drunk, and it was not good. And I didn't have my license, so I was a criminal at that point. So I decided to do something to just get out of the situation that I was in, and I decided to save up money and take a trip to the States.
Okay.
And that's when I went on an exchange year to California.
Okay.
So I worked a lot. I started working at a pizza shop and doing shifts at this field sales thing for a company selling food boxes, basically. So I was just knocking doors and selling on the phone, selling power at that time to households, and selling pizza.
Yeah.
So I was doing all these things next to school, and then all of a sudden I had enough to go to the States. So I bought myself this exchange program, and that's when I became a totally different person.
And I'm pretty sure that this transformation that you just described, going from being this kid into moving for your exchange year, might lead us into the start of the entrepreneurship version of you. But before we do that, because I think many people can find themselves in that early age, would you say that the thing that happened at home made you lost, which tried to make you first the class clown, you said seek validation, and then it turned into this person trying to seek validation through being the best at sales, earning the money, being maybe the cool kid. What would you recommend to someone being in that early age, maybe going through something tough, and right now they are just trying to find an identity and trying to seek validation? They maybe don't understand it, but from hearing this story, maybe they will recognize themselves. So what tip would you give to them?
Yeah, that's a very hard question to answer, and I really like it. Find something that makes you good. Focus on putting energy into something that makes you good. And that could be workout, become obsessed with working out, become obsessed of learning new stuff, and trying to obsess over something that is putting you into the right direction. Because if you are in that state, you're gonna obsess over something. So make sure that you obsess over something that makes the wheels go upwards and not downwards. Don't get into the feedback loop of spending time with the wrong people. And it's very hard not to do that when you are in this kind of state of mind.
Yes.
Because that's what's going to pull you. Like when you are so confused, it's very easy to get pulled into the wrong directions.
Yeah.
So if you are a person like that, it's very hard to just stop, take a pause, and really think, who do I want to become? And see what is the things that I can put my time and energy into to make myself go a bit more towards something good and not bad.
Yeah.
But that's very hard.
Yeah,
It's very hard because you're not developed, or at least I was not developed when I was 16, 17. And if I would get that tip during that time, I would be like, blah.
Exactly. Yeah, you have that. I mean, you're desperate. So you're also trying to find the easiest way to find that identity. I totally know how it feels, but really good tip. Really great to hear. So, entrepreneurship. You're moving for your exchange year. How did the transformation look like, going from being this shit kid, as you described, to being a person that now is driven to build something of his own? What did that look like?
Yeah, so the thing is, like, this comes way down the line, to be honest. Like when I really picked up entrepreneurship, it's way down the line. Before that, I have had some extreme highs and extreme lows.
Yeah.
That's been the pattern of basically my whole life.
Okay.
Ever since I became a teen. So up until the point of being a teen, I had a chill life.
Yeah.
Very normal.
Yeah.
But teen, that's when it started flying like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
So I get to the States and I get into this farm.
Okay.
All of a sudden, I am part of a family that has a farm, living with 50 cows and going to this high school there where, milking cows before school, and all of the people at school is basically cowboys. They're walking with these big shoes, and here I am, the European guy with the pink Gant shirt, and like I look like a weirdo, to be honest.
To them.
Yeah,
Totally different environment.
I did. Yeah, so that was like a very big culture crash for me.
Yeah.
But let's rewind a little bit, because this is also a very big part of the story that shaped who I am to this day, I think.
Yeah.
And I did a big mistake coming down to the States. The first thing that I did with this family, so I was very fortunate. I had a brother in this family that already was, he was 1 year younger than me. And at the time when I got there, I was, as you can understand, I was a shit kid. So I brought my bad influence there. And he was also one of these shit kids, to be honest. So we matched very good with our energies. And we started going into the garage at nighttime, just smoking weed and drinking after only like being there for 3-4 days. And one day week prior to when the school started, he got invited to this party
Yeah.
with some friends from school.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's freaking go.
Yeah.
But we were both not allowed to drive a car. So we stole our parents' car and we drove to this party.
Yeah.
And some people took a picture of me there smoking and drinking.
Yeah.
And I was part of this exchange program where if you get caught smoking or drinking during the exchange year, you get sent home and you need to do the year again, and you lose all the opportunities and everything.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, fuck.
Yeah.
Because that picture got sent to my family.
Yeah. Back home in Norway
No,
or in the
the
US?
States.
Yeah.
And they flipped, like next level flipped.
Yeah.
And I had just started getting to know them. They didn't know me so good, but now they had a very clear picture of who I was.
Yeah.
So they started using that very much against me.
Yeah.
Because they were like, okay, you are going to do what I tell you to do.
Yeah.
If not, we're going to show it to EF and you are going to be sent home.
Yeah.
So I became a slave.
Yeah.
And I had to do everything that they told me to because I got forced, basically blackmailed.
Yeah.
And that taught me discipline. That really taught me discipline because they really used it against me. Like, you need to milk those freaking cows in the morning. You need to fix that pavement. You need to cut the grass. You need to paint that fence. Or if you don't do that, we're gonna send you home.
Yeah.
And they did that for about 6 months. And I was not like, I grew up no attention for the past like 4 years of just being a shit kid.
Yeah.
So I had no discipline in life, like whatsoever. I had no respect for my parents back home because I was just like, I was all over.
So you couldn't call them and like try to escape the situation. You were stuck there.
I was really stuck there. And at school, I didn't get along with anyone.
Yeah.
I didn't have friends so much over there.
Yeah.
And after these 5-6 months, that really showed on my skin. I got acne everywhere, like super stressed, because of that I lost all my confidence. So instead of being the class clown in the Norwegian school, I became like this shadow, basically behind there.
You're trying to hide yourself from the
Exactly. And the funny thing was, back then I used to be everywhere. Now I wanted to hide. And I wanted to be seen by no one. No one, like, sometimes, like, I've never really told anyone this, but at the lowest, I remember one time I hid in the bathroom because I didn't want people to see my face. So I went out in the pause. I didn't want to get seen, so I hid in the bathroom, and that's when I realized that I am on my lowest point in life ever. And I was so alone. I didn't really have anyone there. Some people, which was like, it was not really friends, but it was okay. So I was like, what am I going to do now? I still have 6 months to go. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no one, and I didn't do good in school either. So I had a decision to make, and that decision was, I can either let this break me and I can go back failed and tell my family, friends, show how I look like with my acne and everything, or I can just freaking fix it. And that's when I decided to really step up and do the necessary work to fix my situation. So I cut all of the bad stuff, the alcohol, the smoke, all of it. I pushed it into a bucket and I threw it away. And I switched all these things up with doing school. And up until this point, I had the lowest grades at school that you can even think of. I had basically failed every class because I didn't know English very good back then. And I didn't understand anything that was going on at school. So my math grades fail, my English fail, like everything was horrible. And that's when I started talking to my math teacher. His name was Mr. Plyler. And basically what you told me before shooting this thing, he told me that I know what you need to do. You need to start on my wrestling team.
Okay.
Yep.
Ah.
So I did that, but he didn't let me join the wrestling team before I got my grades up.
Okay.
So he made a letter to all of my teachers saying that Peter is going to come by during this week and he's going to ask you exactly what he needs to do to get his grade up to 2.0, which is the GPA that I needed to have to join the wrestling team.
Okay.
And I was like, fuck it, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So I started spending my free time
Yeah.
between classes, going to each and every teacher,
Yeah.
talking to them. What do I need to do in this class to get my grades up to a C level?
Yeah.
And I made a plan in each of these classes and I started obsessing. Like I spent hours every day after school just reading and writing and actually starting to do my homework and meeting up in class prepared with questions. I just became obsessed with school and obsessed with learning. And that's when I found out that shit, it's actually fun when you care about it. So when I started doing this, it took me about like 3-4 weeks to get my grades up to becoming part of the wrestling team.
Yeah.
And that's when I started doing wrestling.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's my introduction to fitness.
Yeah.
That's my introduction to pushing my boundaries, becoming super motivated with what is actually fitness.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I started the wrestling team, that's when I started to get friends.
Yeah.
Because my friends at the wrestling teams, they were great people.
Yeah.
They were super motivated. They were the cool guys at school. They were like, okay, this is our lifestyle. So we became kind of like a family in there.
Yeah.
After school, every day we were pushing 2 hours of workouts every day after school.
Yeah.
And I started feeling really good because my acne started going down. Started seeing that, okay, it makes me feel more alive with people, good people around me, and my grades were starting to go up.
Yeah.
So yeah, life became pretty good.
Yeah.
And I also realized that I needed to take action with my home life because I couldn't live in the environment where I got blackmailed every day.
No.
It was not good for me because it just drained my confidence.
Yeah.
And they just pushed me around like a slave. So I decided to change family.
Okay.
That's what I did. I talked to my nurse at school.
Okay.
And she took me in as one of her own kids.
Okay.
So yeah, I changed family.
Yeah.
And the last 3 months of my exchange years, best years of my life, 100%. Yeah, I fixed everything. And that's when I understood the power of taking care of your health. Because when I actually did that, everything else started working again. And I got out of that horrible situation, but it wouldn't happen if I didn't take care of my mentality. I needed first to understand that if I want change, I need to do something about it myself. I cannot wait for someone or something to happen. I need to start first, and then I met Mr. Plyler that led me into believing that I can do something if I just do this and this and this and this. And that's what I did.
So facing a really low point, meeting somebody that believed in you and gave you an introduction to what could save you from that situation, obsessing about something that increases your personal development and changing your environment.
Spot on.
Cool. Great. You're done in the US.
I'm done in the US.
You're moving back to Norway and you start studying, or is it straight into entrepreneurship? What does that look like?
Yeah. So this is where I fuck up.
Okay.
This is what I'm talking about with the highs and the lows and the highs and the lows.
Yeah.
So I get back to Norway. It's beginning of summer in Norway. And, you know, I was a very social guy back in Norway. I had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And I come from this weird situation in the States where I didn't have so many until I get back to Norway and it's everywhere.
Yeah.
So I get back to Norway and my friends has hosted this welcome party back at my parents' place without me having any idea.
Okay.
So my father and I think actually all my family was standing at the airport waiting for me.
Yeah.
And they drive me home and get home to my house, and like 15, 20 minutes in, there's 50 people at the house just running me down.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you know what? What is going on?
Yeah.
Crazy moment.
Yeah.
So it leads me to join in one of these cars because they're taking me to this Dennis. His name was Dennis.
Yeah.
And it was a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And he is home alone for a week.
Okay.
So we're having literally a party for a whole week.
Okay.
Lots of drugs, lots of alcohol, lots of craziest thing ever. And I'm sleeping at that couch at Dennis's place for a whole week. Didn't see my family. I was just partying with friends every single moment of that week. And takes me back to basically the first high school year. Yeah, straight back into this thing that I was trying to escape from.
Yeah.
And that's what I do the whole summer. And I even go to school.
Yeah.
Third year now has started.
Yeah.
I go to school high.
Yeah.
I'm super out of it. And we had just partied the whole night. I remember like this explains how bad the situation was really at that point, because I was sipping alcohol in my water bottle in the first introduction class to third videregående.
Okay.
So I was out of it once again. And the whole third year was basically just doing exactly what I tried to escape.
Living in this same environment as you did before, maybe more alcohol or more partying than when you were younger, but still this environment that doesn't push you forward in life and creates this, how should I say, the version of yourself where you maybe don't have that fulfillment of striving to get somewhere or develop yourself.
I basically lost purpose again.
Yeah.
So I basically forgot how good it feels to be in a good shape. I forgot how it feels to learn, how it feels to actually evolve.
Yeah.
And I just immersed into everything that I didn't want to be and do. And it was a blackout period, to be honest. I don't remember so much of it.
Yeah.
But after graduating, I failed in math. I remember I failed in math. So I didn't even graduate.
Yeah.
Went into the army though. And that's when I also got the discipline splat in my face again.
Yeah.
I did a year of the army up in north.
Yeah.
And spent a lot of time just hating life because it sucked. We had so many nights in caves and in snow, building snow, whatever, in the woods.
Yeah,
and it was freezing cold most of the year.
Yeah.
I just hated it, really. But it taught me a lot about what I... like looking back at the army, I really am happy that I went, because I don't know what would happen with my life if I didn't do it.
Yeah.
So I get out of the army and then I find myself in a lot better position.
Yeah.
I start working again at a gas station.
Okay. Yeah.
And when I am at this gas station, I come across some guys that I went to high school with.
Okay.
And these guys are doing a sales academy in Oslo.
Okay.
And at that time, I was living around 30 minutes away from Oslo, in my childhood town in Drammen.
Yeah.
And they said, you should come check out this sales academy.
Okay.
At this place, we have 3 mentors. One person is a business development guy, extremely successful.
Yeah.
Another one is a sales mentor. He's going to teach you everything about sales.
Yeah.
And the third guy is a neuroscience expert.
Okay.
He's teaching you how to think, how to manifest, how to do all these different things. So I was like, okay, what is even this thing? So I've never heard about it. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to give it a shot.
Okay.
So I go into the sales academy. I joined them one day to my Ustua at their office.
Yeah.
And I get an interview.
Yeah.
And I sit down and I'm like, holy shit, no one has ever asked me these questions before.
Yeah.
And I see these young people, it was like 10 people.
Yeah.
I see these young people and they are fired up.
Yeah.
They have like different stuff that they're doing on their computer, and I'm like, this is something I'm going to become part of.
Yeah.
And they were basically having a free, they were working for free in exchange for knowledge from these 3 mentors.
Okay.
So these 3 mentors were basically using these students to do work for them, selling different products, building different things, and
You
give
gain knowledge and
Yes.
experience.
Yes. So that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
They came up with different things that we were going to sell, and then they taught us how to do it, and then we did it, and then we got feedback, and then we had like different things that we learned every single week.
Yeah.
That changed my life.
Yeah.
That changed everything for me. So that was the beginning of my real entrepreneurship journey. This was back in 2017.
Yeah.
2017, I started this sales academy thing. I got these mentors, and I came across a course during this time, which they recommended me taking.
Yeah.
I didn't buy it myself, but I got it from them,
Yeah.
and it was called Consulting Accelerator with a guy named Sam Ovens.
Okay.
So I remember studying this. I studied the shit out of this course.
Yeah.
It just blew my mind how much you could actually like it.
Yeah.
It really shifted everything that I believed.
Yeah.
And it made me obsessed about learning online.
Yeah.
And eventually, while working at the sales academy and stuff, we got this idea. Like Håvard, one of my mentors, got this idea of creating a book.
Yeah.
And it was called a smart book,
Yeah.
where you could basically write out your thoughts and change the books. I actually have it. I can. Do you want me to bring it?
Do you have it here?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I bring it everywhere.
Bring it.
So this is the thing this is the first product that we built.
Yeah.
This was back in 2016.
Yeah.
The thing about this book is it's pretty cool. First of all, it looks like an old book.
Yeah.
But inside, you have your daily planner.
Yeah.
And in this book, I basically write out everything that I'm doing this day.
Okay.
So here I plan my week, what I like, what I don't like, all of these things that I'm going to do this day, etc.
Yeah.
And this one is my random study notes.
Yeah.
So here I just write down everything that I come across in my life that I find to be interesting.
Yeah.
Here is just a drawing board where I
Yeah.
find models and things that I think is interesting.
Yeah.
Here is just a
Elephant?
It's an elephant,
Yeah.
and this is a very cool illustration of how people perceive stuff to be true.
Yeah.
You know, you see an elephant as the whole picture,
Yeah.
but if you close your eyes and you touch this, you believe it's a spear.
Yeah.
If you touch the snail,
Yeah.
you think it's a snake.
Yeah.
If you touch it on the stomach, it's a wall. So it's basically to try to zoom out and see the whole picture.
Yeah.
It's very hard for people. So I found that to be interesting. So I just drew it down to remember it. And yeah, so that's this format. And then here is my meeting notes. So whenever I'm in a meeting or something, I just put it here.
And this is the book that you used back during
This is the book that we developed at Sales Academy.
Yeah.
And we marketed it, we sold it, and we did this. And the thing about it, when you are done with a book, you basically just take it out and you replace it with a new one. So we had this subscription where we could we got one shipment of new books every quarter.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was the business model. It failed. It was way too expensive it was no profits.
Yeah.
So, but I like to use it still, and I really like it.
So, starting in the Sales Academy and starting this first product.
Yeah.
At this point, you have just gone straight from high school, not started university yet.
Yeah.
And how was that turn going from doing these things into going into university?
So the thing about Sales Academy, it was only for 6 months.
Okay.
So when I was done with the Sales Academy, I was super into fitness. I wanted to do something inside of the fitness space, and I also wanted to do something with business because Sales Academy opened my business. Like I saw a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, yeah.
But I also spent most of my time in the gym, doing some runs, and was working out very heavily at that moment.
Developing yourself
Yes,
constantly.
and I wanted to become this. What can I call it? Gymshark model.
Yeah, yeah.
I was dreaming about becoming one of those people.
Yeah.
So I decided to go to Bali to take my personal training license.
Okay, yeah.
And this was back in 2018.
Yeah.
So when I enrolled into that course,
Yeah.
that's when I met Sievert,
Yeah.
my now business founder,
Yeah.
that I've been doing business with ever since I was down in Bali.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we started talking about YouTube channels and all of these things back in 2018, where we had so much similar thoughts on life and business and all of these things.
Yeah.
And we both wanted to become personal trainers, but we didn't want to work at the center.
Yeah.
So I brought up my Sam Owens consulting course.
Yeah.
And at that time we were 3 people. So it was me, Sievert, and Enge at these studies.
Yeah.
That were just
what studies were you at?
personal training.
Personal training.
Yes.
Oh, okay, in Bali.
In Bali.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we found this classroom
Yeah.
in Bali
Yeah.
at the school that we attended.
Yeah.
And we took it. Literally we owned that that classroom because it was there. It was not the original classroom that we used at school.
Yeah.
It was where we sat just isolated from everyone else. It was like 100 students down there. They were just partying all day, all night.
Yeah.
It was literally like a bad place to be honest. But we found each other and we studied the shit out of that consulting course.
Yeah.
We were sitting and just taking notes and talking about business ideas. What can we do? How can we do these business things? And how can we leverage the personal training education that we now get to build a business. So we started the company down there. We started the company, which was called Coachable, down in Bali. And that was going to be a fitness course, like how to become fit and healthy, basically, for young teens. But we thought it would be too cringe to do this in Norwegian because, we didn't want to be the people at our school being or talked about like these weirdos that films yourself and talk about this marketing stuff and announcing courses. So we were like, okay, let's do this, but let's do it in the States. So no one knows about it.
Okay. Yeah.
So we sat down in this classroom and just obsessed over creating this course. And when we were done in Bali, when we had graduated from the PT Academy, we moved back to Norway and we kept building this monster for hours and hours every single day. And at that time I was also just I was working at Elkjøp at a powerhouse station selling
retail
basically
store.
retail stuff. And all the money that I got from that job, we poured it into like our course engine to like fund the course. And that's when we started doing our entrepreneurship studies on the side.
Okay.
Yes, so that's what led us into starting at the university at BI. And we started doing that at the same time as building this course. It took us about a year to finish the whole thing. And a month before launching the course for the market, we decided to move down to Spain. So we got ourselves a car. Sievert had a dad that we were very fortunate because he had a dad that had this little apartment down in La Manga in Spain. So we decided to get his car and just drive it all the way down to Spain. And we just isolated ourselves in that little apartment for quite some time.
Just to interrupt quickly. So this whole commitment from being in Bali, deciding to not go and party every day as maybe many of the other students, being with these 2 other guys, and fully committing to, okay, we're actually going to try to start something of our own, and even moving down to Spain, fully committing to that path, what changes or what sacrifices did you have to make in your life to be able to make just that commitment a reality?
Everything, to be honest.
Yeah.
Everything. I had to change everything that I was familiar with. After coming back from the States and getting into the parties again and all of this, I had to completely get it out of my system.
Yeah.
And it didn't even, I didn't want it, because now at this point I had a mission.
Yeah.
I wanted to become super fit, super healthy, and also become the smartest possible man that I could be.
Yeah.
So that I could run this operation and become successful.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I was super ambitious.
Yeah.
And we were dreaming about the cars we were going to drive and the lifestyle we were going to have and the places. And so at that time, that didn't matter to me anymore. I had a vision, and I wanted to reach that destination more than I wanted these things. So I basically at that time as well, I was also in a relationship. I quit that relationship because it didn't serve my mission. So that was also a week prior to going to Spain. So I went there without the girlfriend. I was 100% committed, and we woke up very, very early every single day. Just worked on all the marketing stuff, really becoming ready to launch this monster that we were thinking we're gonna make millions every month. And then we're done with the webinar, we're done with the email sequences, we're done with everything, and we just hit the button on the ads. So ready to use all of our money to drive those Facebook ads. And we didn't even get freaking any ad leads. No leads. We're like, holy shit, we're spending 1,000 kroners on ads every single day, but no one opts in. And that's when we started like really panicking and trying to get organic leads. So we're building this Facebook community, trying to invite people, trying to sell them in. And we get a few sales, but it was just didn't work. We were just out of this world thinking that we were a lot better than what we actually were. So we are thinking at this point, and that's also when COVID comes to Spain. It hits super hard in Spain especially. So we decide to just pack our stuff, go back to Norway, and go into isolation. Sivert moves back. I move to my apartment at that time. And I sit in that apartment and I'm like, now what? This didn't work. It's not gonna work. So I kind of lose my mission. And at this time, I get this message from a girlfriend of mine. She sends me an article or an ad basically, and she's like, this thing I think is for you. You are crazy. You are super into fitness and stuff. You should sign in. And that is Norges Tøffeste, like the application to become part of this program where they're gonna find the toughest Norwegian person. And I'm like, I want to try that thing. That looks cool. So I decide on sending in my application. They are asking for a video introduction where I am gonna talk about myself and everything. And I'm like trying to make this video like, hey, my name is Peter, la la la, and it just doesn't click. You know, so I'm like, okay, shit. How can I do this better than anyone else? So I managed to just scroll down all of the pictures and the videos that I can find of myself doing some crazy stuff, climbing trees, jumping from cliffs, all of the random stuff that I did when I was a teenager because I was crazy. And I managed to put that into like a video with a voiceover. And I just show this thing into like a 30-second clip and I send it in. And I'm like, there's no way they're not gonna pick me. So it takes about a month before I hear anything back from the team. And then they call me and they say they want to take me to the next assessment.
Yeah.
And I do an interview, like a digital interview, and I nail it.
Yeah.
So I get to the next interview, which is physical, and that's when I talk to this reality psychologist. I get these physical tests, these mental tests. They try to do anything, and then I get to the next one. So this lasts for like 4 or 5 months of just doing tests. And then they put me into social environments, see how I am in front of the camera. And then finally, after like 4 or 5 months, I knew during that time, I knew I will become part of this program. I knew it. And that was the reason, obviously, that I got it. And it was over 1,000 people signing in. It was only 5 men and 5 women that got picked to join this thing. So when I get the call, I freak out a little bit because I know that in 3 months I am going to go on TV in front of a lot of people. I think it was like, I don't remember how many people watching this thing, but it was a lot of people. And I'm going to be in front of these people. So I need to make sure I'm in the best freaking shape that I can possibly be in. So I start to really, really up my fitness level. I started becoming a total freak at the gym and at the like next level bad when it comes to like fitness. Not healthy. I was putting my phone away, isolated myself from everyone. Like my family couldn't get a hold of me. My friends, no one could get a hold of me during that prepare period. And I was living out in the woods, trying to test myself without food for a week. I was running 120 kilometers in under 24 hours. No one knew what the hell I was doing. I was in my zone, trying to become basically the toughest Norwegian you could, toughest person. I was just listening to David Goggins on repeat, you know. So this period was weird. And I became so injured during those 2-3 months of preparation. So when I entered this program, I was broken. Like my knees and every bone in my body was broken. So I realized that I had pushed myself way too hard, and I didn't feel confident inside there. Because I didn't really have the glow anymore. So I lost. I got to the finals, but I lost, and I went into a pretty big depression afterwards because I was so ashamed of me not being able to really show my character, be myself in there. I was very like very robotic.
Would you say that you, by doing like lifting the expectations of yourself and putting a lot into the preparations, that it increased the pressure to showing your identity?
Yeah, definitely. And something that I also realized was a big problem was that my main mission was to win the program. But what I understand now is that for me to actually have successfully done something out of this, my mission should have been a lot bigger. Shouldn't been attached to the actual thing. Should have been something way down there. Because when I didn't win, it burned all my bridges. It made me questioning everything about me. Like the guy that won the program, he didn't do shit about preparations. He was just nuts. He was crazy, and he didn't really care. And that's when I really like all these preparations that I did. Was it even like was it worth it? And that led me to think that maybe all this self-improvement stuff didn't do me good. So I started lowering these things. I didn't find it to be that important anymore. But I still wanted to do business. So I lost my spike on doing fitness like in this professional level and started doing more of the business stuff instead. And me and Sivert, we decided that since we couldn't do the fitness coaching ourselves, since we weren't ready to become the experts yet, why not just team up with the people that are ready for that, and we can be their production company, helping them come out with their knowledge, package it into a course, and build a platform that we could, get people into, kind of like masterclass. Build that for the Norwegian society, so we could have a sports academy where people could learn from the best of the best in every single sport. So we spent about 3 years building this thing. And we went out, talked to several industry leaders in this, not industry leaders, but sports leaders, where we wanted to make a course on how they thought, like their mindsets, how they were training, give people a way to understand what it takes to become good at basketball, CrossFit, all these things. And during this time, we were super passionate, and we built this pretty crazy platform. It became something tangible. It looked like Netflix. We had basically just blueprinted the Netflix kind of style. You could log in, you could see every single course for just like $8-9 a month. You got access to everything. But $8 a month required like 100,000 subscribers. So to make it kind of sustainable. And we didn't have 100,000 people. We had like 300 people in there at the most. Maybe even less, and eventually we ran out of cash. And it was super expensive to do all of these things, and we had to put it down. So that's when I, again, after so many years of just trying to push the highs and the lows, it just broke me. Because now I did the same mistake as I had done with the toughest program. I had put everything into the actual program as being my mission, and Temper, which was now the business, that was my baby, and that was also my mission. So when that broke down, now my personality, now everything that I had invested on over this period, it was now gone. So who am I? And that was when I really went into like a personality kind of like breakdown.
So like, I really want to dive into that personality breakdown, but so far you've been having, first you committed fully, you said you broke up with your ex-girlfriend, you moved to another country, started working hard, the company failed, jumping into the TV reality program, and it didn't go as you wanted. Like, facing all these tough realities, because it's just the reality of life, right? How did you deal with all the doubt in those moments to be able to get back up? Because in this journey, we also see the real world, the people in your age probably going and studying, choosing a safe path. Like, what would you say that kept you going to not like fall for the doubts and choose a normal path?
I was crazy. I didn't think it was any possibility to fail. So I didn't ever see a possibility to do anything else. It was like an obsession, you know? I had to do it because it kept me awake in every single waking hour, and I didn't want to do anything else. And I was just fueled on getting to that destination. So I don't know.
And looking at the other path that you could have chosen, studying more and getting a normal job, why didn't you get an obsession about that? Or was it something about that path that didn't feel right for you?
Yeah, it was too slow and boring. I needed more adrenaline, I needed more control. And it's funny because I tried to be a consultant in a company while I was building Temper, just to get enough money so we could keep building this machine. And I did pretty good, but I was a horrible employee. A horrible employee. I did a lot of sales. I got a lot of money, but I was a shit, like to the bosses and everything. And I wanted everything to be done in my way. And I didn't like the way they were running their operations and everything. So during that time, I just knew that this doesn't work for me. I am not good at being driven around, and that's also something that I realized in the army. I fucking hated it. Hated people telling me exactly what I need to do, how I should do it. no, I need to build my own schedule
Yeah.
and run things my own way.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna make the people in the business crazy if they have to try to handle me, and it makes me not align with my goals.
Yeah. So you start Temper and it doesn't go as planned, and now you're facing another, let's say, identity crisis where you essentially have put your identity to something that is outside you and a lot without of your control. How did you handle that situation?
Can you repeat the question?
So Temper, as you explained, it didn't work out in the end. How did you handle that situation where you realized that it wasn't going to work out?
Very bad. Very bad. So at the time I was living in a collective.
Yeah.
I had met my now girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I was living with this other entrepreneur. And this guy, he's a couple of years older than me.
Yes.
He had been through some failures in his own business, but he had gone the ladders, and he was a lot more good at what he was doing business-wise than me. So he recognized all of these things. And my girlfriend, she also saw that I was fucked.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what was up and down at that point. And they had a intervention with me at the time, where they basically pulled me aside and told me that, Peter, this is it. You need to put this stuff away because you're gonna die if you don't give it up. And that's when I realized that shit, they were right. And during that time I signed up for like mental help. I got a psychologist to try to help me shuffle through my thoughts. I was never like suicidal or anything, but I was deep into depression. And I was very alone because I knew that I need to do something with this passion of mine. Because if I don't have a passion project, well, who am I and what am I going to do? I was kind of blessed and cursed with this thing. So I knew that I needed to do something with this thing of mine. And that's when I talked to Sivert again, which was there by my side in this business failures all along. And we were like, okay, what can we do about this? We have a lot of knowledge now on coding websites, on coding platforms, on filming, on editing, on copywriting, on all these things, and also sales. What can we do with this expertise that is not Temper? And that led us to create Temper Media. So we pivoted and we created a media company for businesses. So instead of working now creating courses with athletes, we now create websites for random businesses, for skiing videos, for ski slopes,
advertisements and these sort of
doing
things.
random stuff, really.
Yeah.
I was just sitting at these different pages online, calling every company I could get my hold on. I was calling and I was walking to different sales companies, trying to sell in that I can help them build an onboarding course, that I can build their website. I was just selling random stuff. And those money that we got from those months, actually we started doing pretty good. We had 1 month where we got in $50,000 in 1 month, only us, and we were thinking, holy shit, this is starting to develop. But that's when we also hit a roadblock, because we took on too many clients at the same time, and then we didn't have the systems to do great work. So we kind of got stalled on doing so much product delivery that we didn't catch up with the actual sales again, because we did everything by ourselves. We had never experienced running a business like that. So we we failed again eventually, or we didn't fail, but we understood that this is something that we have to restructure if we are going to make it succeed. And during this time again, we pivoted another time to going back to building a course.
Yeah.
That led us to building Coachable 2.0.
Right. So before we jump to Coachable 2.0 and those things, so from the really deep time that you had working with psychologists and so on, and going to pivoting and talking to Sievert and starting to build something new again, at that point, like, what do you think at that point kept you going from not just being like, fuck this? Was it still the obsession?
No, yeah, I think it was my girlfriend, and I think it was Sievert, and I also think it was Isak that I was living with. My close circle, they had still, like, my support system was the reason why I kept going. Because I was at the worst time. I told my girlfriend that this is it. I'm no longer capable of being with you. I'm a failure, and I need to get the hell out of this country. So I'm gonna jump on a plane and I'm gonna go somewhere, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. So at that point, she was like, hell no, you're not going anywhere. We're in this together, and we're gonna make it work no matter what. And that's when I realized that, okay, let's fucking go one more time. Let's see if I can pick myself up one more time and do it.
And what is do it?
Get back on the horse and see where the horse is taking me to the next mission. And that meant Temper Media. That meant taking all the knowledge that me and Sievert had gathered over those years, deciding what are we going to do with that, and then building a business around that.
And while building all of these businesses, was there ever like a dream outcome that was like in the end that you were working towards?
Yeah, it started with money. Definitely started with money when I was a kid, when I had watched all of that Wolf of Wall Street video and just dreaming about having all these things. But at this time, like at this period in my life, I was having realizations that it was never about the money. I didn't give a shit about that. I wanted to have freedom, first of all, to work on my own schedule, having my own projects, doing whatever I wanted to do with my time. But more importantly, I wanted to be creative. I wanted to have the freedom to be creative in everything that I did. And that meant that I could work on different projects at the same time. I could shuffle different stuff. I could just have fun with my day. And being creative, having just a lot of stuff to do meant that my real passion, my real motivation came from building stuff. I didn't really care what it was, as long as I could build something that I could see in my brain, that I could wake up to and keep working on every single day. So that was my motivation now.
So, I mean, after years of fighting, and you mentioned you started building Coachable 2.0, and after all these years of fighting, doubts, tough moments, and all these things, essentially things start going better and better, building Coachable 2.0. And essentially this dream or doing it, what you just mentioned, started becoming a reality. And if I'm not mistaken, in the summer of 2024, you even get an offer to be able to exit the company that you've built up, Coachable 2.0. Tell us about going through that, and how was it being able to finally be able to make it, as people might see it from the outside, and how did you react to that process of actually exiting your company and now facing what am I going to do now?
That's a good question. So, first of all, building Coachable 2.0 was when we really understood what it takes to find your position in the market and spending time to actually build something tangible, something that solves a real problem in the market. So what we did was we built a course. We found the best expert that we built a course with previously in Temper, and we started understanding how we could go from building low ticket courses for like $8 a month to building an actual high ticket course that was sold for like 40,000-50,000 kroners.
Yeah.
$4,000, $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's when we realized that if we are going to make it in this industry, we need to solve a real problem for a very specific target audience.
Yeah.
So we wanted to solve that problem for personal trainers like ourselves back in the days that wanted to not work as personal trainers on this center, but instead of trading time for money and spending all of their time at the center before people went to job and after they came back from job, it was not a tangible business model for most people. They wanted more freedom. They wanted more like trade value in instead of time. So we helped them understand everything they needed to do in order to move their existing personal training business at the centers to becoming successful online coaches. So that's the education that we went to build with this expert that we had already built a course with on temper. In this course with temper, he was a coach talking about how to eat, how to sleep, how to use diets and all of these things. But this time, we managed to teach how he succeeded with his own online coaching business. So that was the outcome of the actual course. We're going to help people transform from being the personal trainer on the gym to being successful online. And that's a bigger value for people because now we can sell it an outcome. Now we can sell a dream of becoming free of working at this place to live, work from anywhere you want. So that course really did good. It still sells a lot of seats every month, I'm sure. And only after getting the idea to launching this thing, it took us around 40 days to sell in over 2.4 million kroners. And then we knew we have hit jackpot in the market. So we sold this thing and we built this thing along a group of 20 students that we were going to make successful while building the actual course. So we were doing this parallel at the same time and just making sure that everything that our course creator knew about his own story was actually working for other people as well. So we had a hypothesis and then we tested this hypothesis on these people. And then when they occurred with the problems and challenges along the way, then we used that feedback to optimize the actual product. And after 3 months of coaching them, after getting them successful, then we used this client feedback and success stories and all of these things in the marketing of launching our own course. And then we put it on the market. It was on the market for around 4 or 5 months until a university that we had done this with, they asked to buy us out. And we were basically at that time, we felt like this was a project where we were employed. Because we were basically just running the operations. It became pretty boring and we were looking to do other stuff anyways. So we were like, sure, take it. And during that summer, this was last year, I was thinking a lot. I was like, what the hell are we going to do now? So me, Sivert, and I forgot to mention, during Temper Media, I met Patrick at the university. And that's also a very critical part of this story because Patrick is also now one of the co-founders of Launch that I run with Sivert and Patrick. And he joined, like he was running his own marketing firm, helping traffic schools get customers. And we merged Temper Media and his marketing skills together at that time. And he was also a very big part of, or he was one of the co-founders of Coachable 2.0 as well. So where was I?
The doubts going through that summer of getting the offer and figuring out what to do next.
So we were spending that summer talking about different stuff in Spain. We had went back to that apartment in Spain, just literally going brainstorming on every single idea that we could get our hands on. We're like going into software, new courses, all of the things that you can think of, even like e-commerce, or just brainstorming. No idea was wrong or right or anything, but I was feeling like, at that time, I was feeling like I had pushed my girlfriend very much with me along the way. And I felt like she deserved some time off Norway, because my girlfriend, she is originally Spanish. She is in Norway because of me. She doesn't find her, she struggles to find her space in Norway, because her culture is very different than most Norwegian people. So I wanted to take a year where I let her choose how we could live. And that's what we did. So I told the guys that, you know what, right now, I think it's time for me to take a little break and just go solo and just travel.
Cool. And what did you do?
So, you know, I had to show her where everything started for me. So we started going, first of all, we just sold everything that we had in Norway. Like everything. We got rid of all of the things just to like start fresh, new lifestyle, open for whatever comes. And just, we had our luggage left, and we went to the airport and we started in Bali. I wanted to show her where I used to live. I wanted to show her the lifestyle that I used to have down there and everything. Completely different than Norway. So we spent a couple of months in Bali, traveling to all the islands, seeing a lot of different stuff, just being tourists. And after being in Bali, she didn't like it so much. I didn't like it so much. It was very dirty. We didn't. It was not like I remembered it. So we're like, okay, fuck that. Let's go somewhere else. So we traveled to Bangkok, next one. And we really liked Bangkok for some reason. We found this huge ass condo. It was insane. Like pools in every floor, gyms in every floor. It was crazy. So we're like, okay, this is something. So we decided to just be in Bangkok for a couple of 1 month, and then we were like, you know what? Let's find a different condo, a bigger one. But the thing about the condos in Bangkok, it's very hard to get a lease. You need to commit to 12 months to actually be able to live there. So we were like, okay, let's try this for 6 months, see what happens. And after a couple of more months, 2 months after being there, we were like, okay, this doesn't work anymore. It was too mechanic, so it was good for 1 month. 2 months was okay. 3 months, that was, and then last month when we were spending Christmas there and everything, we were like, nah. So we started jumping from country to country while having our base in Bangkok. So we tried a little bit in Singapore, we tried a little bit somewhere else, and just, it didn't feel right to live like that. So we were like, okay, you know what? Let's go back to Bali for a little, because we wanted to get into Australia as well. But she is originally from Romania and Spain, and she has a Romanian passport. So for her to get a work permit license there, because if we were going to stay there for a little bit, we actually wanted to move there. So if she was going to be able to be there, she needed a work permit, because she needs to do something. And I had started something that is also very important to think about is she needed to do something, and I had already started doing something, because I hated being a tourist. I need to fill my brain with something.
So I had a question. So in this period of traveling, taking some time off, and as you just mentioned, of course, you need to start something and do something during that time. But taking a bit of time off and just exploring the world, what did that teach you?
Not so much. No. Because I had already traveled a lot. So I knew what I was. I knew what I was gonna do, like what it would feel. And I maybe hoped that it was going to be better than what I pictured it to be.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting in the office for so many years trying to build Temper.
Yeah.
I was dreaming about like, the outcome
Yeah.
of having financial freedom,
Yeah.
having a company that would give you all the opportunities in the world. And I was just dreaming about being able to travel the world and do these things.
Yeah.
When I finally did it, I was kind of missing what I used to do,
Yeah.
where I could build something and do something that was meaningful to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's merge it.
Yeah.
Let's try a combination where I are not only doing the tourism stuff of exploring different countries and these things, but also work on something.
Yeah.
Because that's how my brain works, you know?
Yeah.
So I had to have a passion project on the side for me not to go crazy.
Yeah.
And that's when I started doing some coaching.
Yeah.
And I went into just building my own small little lean coaching business where I took on 5 young entrepreneurs in Norway that wanted to, that I could feel like, shit, these guys, I feel myself in these people and I want to help them kind of find that way out of the ditch that they are currently in, where they are looking at all their visions of becoming successful in X and Y, but they have tried and tried and tried, and they can't get out of it. They can't get out of that groove, like hole. So I wanted to help these people, and I created a coaching program, interactive one-on-one. I didn't want it to be scaled because I didn't want to spend too much time on this thing since I was on the run. So I did that. I followed up these people and I had weekly coaching sessions and it was a lot of fun. But it was also, I lacked the team feeling. I felt like I missed the old days where I could talk to my friends, my Sivert and Patrick, about the different stuff that I was seeing in my business. Like I was never this back-end guy that was doing all the back-end stuff. I didn't like that so much. I like to be on the other side, talking in the meetings and everything. But running my own business alone demanded me of doing all the legal stuff, doing all the finance stuff. And I didn't like it. So me and Sivert and Patrick, we were always talking throughout. We were having like weekly meetings as well. And just talking out all the things that I was doing and they were doing in running Launch, the one that I'm previously in or currently in. And I was like, holy shit, it sounds so much more fun to do what they are doing compared to me just having bad internet connection, working from hotel rooms, just being out running. At this time, I had done it for around 8 months. So I was like, let's go back. So I talk long to have a deep conversation with my girlfriend and we're like, you know what? I think it's time for me to take a step back to the old lifestyle and see if I can and do what I used to do for a little while and then have a philosophy of trying to build a lifestyle where I split the year into different sections. Where one phase of the year is, let's say in Norway, where I have a high intensity phase where I do this and this and this and I work out in this and this and this type of way. And then the next phase is going to be very different, where I maybe spend more time with my girlfriend, maybe travel a bit more, doing all these things and changing up my lifestyle. So that's what we agreed up. We agreed that, okay, we can be in Norway if it's one of these phases. And then the next phase is going to be different. So now my philosophy and my vision of living my own life is based on tailoring a lifestyle around seasons. Because you see everything in life is seasons, really. You have the snow season, you have the summer season. It's dark, it's cold, it's hot. So I want to be able to split my life into these kind of things. And that's the mystery that I'm trying to understand at this moment. while building my life around business and fitness and let's call it mental, trying to fill my head with knowledge every day, and just trying to get clear on exactly how I want to live my life. And I don't know, do you have any ways of thinking about this yourself?
So I think it's a really good vision that you have, trying to figure out what, as you said, it's not only how you want to live your life in terms of lifestyle, but also what you want to put your time on. And I think that it's really about, for me, I mean, I don't think I'm there yet either, where I can kind of decide how my different seasons are at. I think lifestyle-wise, it's very individual. And as you said, you need to experiment and figure things out yourself. When it comes for me of what you're spending your time on doing and executing, it's about really understanding your passions, what you really love doing, what you can talk about forever, and then understanding your purpose. And when I mean purpose, it's about understanding your why. We have a lot of gurus out there that is helping people with it, like Simon Sinek and different people. And the cool thing is that when you merge these together, your passions and your purpose, you get a clear direction on what you want to obsess on. And for me right now, I think that is key, like what you have said with obsession. Then I think maybe you get to a point where you are in your life where, yes, you want to do what you love to do and so on, but there comes much more to it. As you said, life with girlfriend, where to live, private things. And I think that's like maybe a phase I'm not at yet. I'm still in a phase of you few years ago, just hustling, just putting everything into one thing. And at some point, you need to take a step back and figure out how to find that balance. But it really depends on what you want to achieve. If you want to become number one in the world in tennis, and that's what you're gonna obsess about, of course you need to put all these other things aside. But I definitely don't have the answer, but that's my reflections spontaneously. But so now you're here. You've been through a hell of a journey, right? Everything from the childhood, so beautiful. I recognize myself a lot in that situation with parents struggling with having that strong identity, seeking validation, going into moving to the US, hitting really deep moments, starting out with entrepreneurship, being on a more than 5-year journey in entrepreneurship, failing, and in the end you're getting it where it's clicking. Achieving what you want, traveling the world, now coming back to the realization that it's the journey that matters, and you want to start doing that more again. But after this whole journey, who is Peter today?
Good question. I don't think you can ever find that answer, because my personal belief is that it's always changing. And Peter today is a very different Peter than what it was last year, and the same with last year and then last year. Same with in 5 years. I have no freaking clue who I'm going to be in 5 years, and I don't want to know. I want it to be kind of a surprise. But I have my wish list, let's say. There's a fundamental list of things that I want this Peter in the future to become, and there's some things that I want to get rid of in the Peter that I am today. And instead of looking at the question as static, I always look at it as something always evolving. So I always look at, who do I want to be in the next month, in the next year, in the next 5 years, and then always strive to improve that. Because it's very hard to just, if you're gonna ask me like, who are you today? I have no freaking clue. I'm this person that you just described as a timeline. I am this person that has graduated this and this and this, and I've done this and this. No, that's not who I am. That's what I've done. And that's why it's so hard to answer that question, because it's always about becoming something new.
So you're always having a future vision of yourself
For
that
sure.
you're striving to develop.
Yeah.
Would you say that that is a key to finding fulfillment in your life?
I think it's a necessity, to be honest. Because without a clear vision, what is going on? Then you're gonna fall into the trap of, let's say, when I was back from the States, I didn't have a clear vision. I had built a routine that was working for me down there, but then I changed environment, and since I didn't have the clear vision that I could look on top as the guiding star, everything fell apart. So as long as I just keep a vision of me becoming something that I could be proud of, then it's so much easier to build my life towards something meaningful.
So one thing is having a vision for your future self, which, as you say, I can't say the word. It's a key. It's a key. Okay, sure. It's important. But then when you have that vision for yourself, there's most likely for most people changes that they need to make in their life, whether it's their habits, their environment, what they're spending their time on, and so on. What tip would you give to someone who is putting a vision of their future self, but now they have to commit to this future version of themselves? What tip would you give to them to be able to face all that doubt and actually commit and not stay keeping the same version of themselves all the time?
I don't think I'm in a position to tell someone who they should do, what they should do, because they're so hard to say. It's so many factors to put into consideration. But if I would talk to myself 5 years ago, I would tell myself to get the hell out of trying to master your routine, trying to work so hard and all of these things alone, and instead try to find the people that already had done the thing that you really want to do, and then try your best to stay with these people. Hang out with these people, and then everything else would kind of fall into place, because you don't need to push it so hard. You don't need to push so hard to check off every list, because when you are with these people, it just flows. You don't need to think so much about it, because they are doing it, so you're going to do it too. You're going to be influenced in a good way. And then it's so much easier to do good stuff if you hang around with the people that is a tiny bit above you in some aspects. And when you all are in the same space, same environment of having structure and discipline and want to push each other, then it's so much easier.
So the future version of Peter, it is what keeps you going right now.
Yeah, it is.
Cool. So Peter, we are on a mission.
Yes.
To make more people go for their dreams. Not necessarily to achieve their dreams like you have done in a way, but more of just what you said, how much you've developed as a person, and you continue to strive to develop as a person. And to show your commitment, we have a question. We have a book to write your current dream for your life, and one tip that you would give to yourself for the journey that you have for yourself ahead to be able to achieve that. Would you be willing to write that down in the book?
For sure.
Thank you. Here it goes.
It's a nice book.
Quite empty. But here is from Jakob the other day, but you can write on further down, like halfway down the page, you can just write your dream and then the tip that you would give yourself.
Oh, wait.
The tip. Super. Thank you. And what about the tip?
Okay.
Could you write that too?
That's also a thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Great. So to show your commitment to your dream to all our viewers, would you like to share your dream and your tip that you wrote in the book?
Sure. You can read it.
I can read it? give me the honor. The biggest dream of Peter is to become an old and happy, no, become, sorry. The biggest dream of Peter is to be able to live a old and happy life.
Become old and be happy about my life.
Yeah.
So the reason why I said that is because there is nothing that would be more sad to me than to be old and regret what I could have done if I just had the guts to do it. So I would rather risk a lot now and see what happens. And then at least when I'm old, I can look back at it as a story instead of a regret. So I want to be old and be happy about everything that my journey pushed me to explore. And that's my dream. It's pretty simple.
And what will you do to make sure that happens?
Yeah, try to always be adventurous. See what the hell is gonna happen around that corner if I dare to take a peek.
Really cool. Thank you, Peter, so much for taking your time to share your journey. Really nice to hear about it. It gives me goosebumps many times throughout this talk that we've been having, because for me, being through my journey myself, it's the journey that matters. That's what I believe. And seeing the person that you become today, just the fact of what you just wrote, taking risks, trying to become a better version of yourself all the time. This is not something you're just doing for yourself, but you're making sure that your girlfriend is having it better. You're making sure that your future kid is having it better. You're making sure that the world becomes a better place by just improving yourself every day. So I just want to really thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.